One more time. Okay, so I've heard from so many women that showing up online as their authentic self feels like a huge barrier to building their own business. The idea of a faceless brand is really tempting. You even see ads teaching you how to do it. But what if your story is actually the key to you becoming your own side hustle, key to you winning in that space? And I've spent over 10 years helping people rewrite their stories because it's not just what we share, but how we tell our stories that truly matters. In a world of AI, deepfakes, people are craving something real, and you are the answer. So you have the power to show up, to be real, and to own your space. And it's time to take the critics by the and master social media and build a business that thrives because of you and not in spite of it. Cool. Well, welcome to our weekly Mum with a Side Hustle live coffee and chat. And today in New Zealand is Waitangi Day, so I have not got any guests with me just yet, but hopefully they will not be too far away, because this is so much more fun with others. But I will show up and I'll do this no matter who comes and no matter what happens. So it's lovely to have you here. If you are watching live in Facebook, then why don't you drop live? If you're watching later, drop replay. And if you're watching us on YouTube, I want you to leave a comment so that we know that you were there, because it's very exciting to be on YouTube and getting that whole world going. But yeah, please, like, your comments help me craft these videos and make them more supportive of what you're doing with your side hustle and as a mum. So please don't be shy. Tell me what you think. And let's make this a space where we can all grow, rise together. Okay. Rising together. That is the heart of Mum with a Side Hustle. Okay. So if you were live today, I was going to ask some feedback about how building your brand was going. And I know that for me, it has been really, really helpful to be getting clear on my mission, my values, my vision, my brand assets, which is kind of the look of the brand. And I'm getting a little bit closer to, I think, changing my website. So, yeah, I think that it's been really, really exciting, and I've really enjoyed going through this process. And I really highly recommend any of you with any kind of side hustle that you go through a process of actually building out your brand, figuring out who you are, what you're about, because it just makes it a lot simpler to write messages and do posts when you know what your mission is, who you serve, why you're unique to from other services, and what your values are. I wrote this list of values this week, and I actually really love them. They are values, like, after I read it, I was like, these are me, like, these are my values. This is what I've been building with Mum with a Side Hustle. So yeah, they were things. I think the first one was courage, and it's all around, like, courage to show up, courage to be yourself, courage despite your circumstances. And so, yeah, courage, resilience, tenacity, passion, community. These are all the values that I wrote for Mum with a Side Hustle, and I had a great time developing those. Well, I promised that today I wanted to share a powerful shortcut for you as a mum when you're building your brand and actually just building any part of your business, and that is AI. Now, please hear me out on this. I wanted to show you today how you could use AI to support your brand story without, like, losing your unique voice. But plus, I want to give you some simple ways to craft and share your story in a way that's actually going to connect with your audience. So we've got Jade coming into the Zoom room. She might not be able to unmute, but it's lovely to have you coming in, Jade. I live around the corner from Jade, and we don't see each other very often. I think this is just the reality of life with little kids. Hi, how are you, Jade?
Good. How you going?
We're good. We're really good. Hello, Mr. Rooney.
He just
Hi.
woke up from his nap.
Look at you doing your tummy time like a boss. Yeah, like a boss. He's so cute. Jade, I just was chatting about how helpful some of the tasks that I've been doing around like, what is my mission? What makes me unique? What are my values? Like, also developing like a look and that sort of thing. Is there anything from the stuff that you've already done that you've been surprised by, that it's been useful? Have you done any of this stuff? Or had you
You
already
know,
sort of figured that out?
yeah, well, I have need to work on like my mission a bit more and like who I'm talking to. Yes, so I'm still working on that, which I probably need your help with.
Well, that's good. I actually was thinking this morning when I went for a walk, I was like, I really want to offer you guys like maybe one-on-one conversations because I feel like when you get stuck, you like need someone to talk it through with. So yeah,
Yeah,
I was coming up with an offer in my head. I was like, I
yeah,
don't want money. Maybe we can do an exchange of services. Maybe we've got something that we can give one another. And um,
yeah,
yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. It was just an idea
Either
I had.
way, but I'll be happy, like, because I do need help in that, because I've kind of just jumped and then now
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do now?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was
Yeah.
just about to introduce just a little conversation around AI, and then we're going to be talking today about our story. So, I know you use AI. We won't necessarily name which one because we're not getting paid to advertise for anybody. But yeah, I just think that AI is really powerful, and I've been in quite a few conversations with people who are real hesitant to use it. Like, I mean, we've all seen those movies where,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'll just.
No, he's so cute. I'll start like baby languaging him. We've been all been in those conversations with people who are real skeptical about AI and quite concerned. I mean, we've watched the movies where AI takes over the world and like gets rid of all the humans. But now that it's actually here, like let's be honest, those movies were people thinking about it coming, right? And now that it's here, it's easy to jump into that vortex of like, what if? But my question is, what if you're actually missing out on using something that could be a game changer just because you didn't find out more about it? And I guess that's what I've been thinking. And so I've been trialing building my brand and all the content for these conversations through AI. And I think if you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth a play. Um, there was one concern that I had that I sort of had to work through before chatting about this on our calls, and that was like if I prepare content using AI, am I like a fraud? Am I fake? Like especially because I run a lot of my wording through AI. I'm like, hey, how do I make this sound better? Like, take my post idea and develop it for me, or do this for me. But I had sort of a revelation around it, around how AI is a little bit like a fingerprint. Everybody has a unique fingerprint. Well, when you work with AI, no one has the same life experience. No one has the same, even if they were like very similar to you with the same business, the questions they would ask AI and the way that they would use AI would still not be the same as you using AI. And so I really love that idea that AI is a little bit like, it's not like a fingerprint, but it's the uniqueness factor of it um, is so unique just to you. And so I've gathered some like ways that AI has helped me, and maybe this will help other people as well. So AI is like a thought partner. It doesn't replace your ideas, but it helps you refine and expand on them. So whether you're like having a brainstorm or you're organizing your thoughts or you're creating a structure, AI can like be that sounding board. And I really love that. And that's really how I've used it a lot as a thought partner. I've said, hey, I'm thinking about this, or what do you know about that? And I've brainstormed. And I've also got like feedback. I've written something and I've said, give me some feedback about that. And AI has done that for me. And so then I'm learning like, oh, I should craft my messages this way. And these are the reasons why. So I love sort of running it past it. And this one's just key. This is AI as a productivity booster. So it speeds up our research, content creation, and planning. It frees up more time for the human parts of business. So connecting, creativity, decision making. AI can't do that for us. Obviously, it's becoming more powerful really fast, but it can't it can't connect with people genuinely about really what matters to them. It can't be creative. It can't take an experience and make a post out of that without you being the intermediate, like the in between. So yeah, it definitely increases productivity like to the crazy level. Um, it's customizable, so it adapts to you. The more specific you are, the better the responses. You're still in control. It doesn't take over, but it definitely works with you. And, this is a really good point. AI isn't cheating, it's really smart. So, you don't need to feel like a fraud because you don't feel like a fraud when you listen to a podcast and get an idea, or use a search engine, or employ a coach, or do a course, or get an assistant, like a personal assistant. You don't feel like a fraud if they wrote a post for you. I can't wait to get to that point, guys. You wouldn't feel like a fraud if you use spell check or calculators or calendars or like tools like that. So AI is like, it is actually another tool that helps us work smarter and not harder, which is exactly what I want as a mum. I want something that helps me get to my destination a lot faster without having to wait for someone to call me back. So, yeah. And then lastly, this is the kind of fingerprint part. Like, the magic is in the person who uses it. AI can't create your business, but it will enhance what you already have to bring to the table. It'll take your experiences, values, and creativity and make them really powerful. So yeah, that was my I feel like I need to do a rant on AI. Maybe it's more for me. Jade, do you have anything to say about AI? I know you've um, gone off camera, so you might be feeding or something like that. But you could drop something in the chat, or you could come back on.
No, I thought the same when I used AI to help with my homeschool exemption. I was like, are they going to give the same answer to everyone who asks this? If like everyone else uses it to help with their exemption
Yeah.
form. So
Okay.
I thought that too. But then obviously I put in what we had already done with Kate last year and what we plan to do this year. So I did put in different personalized ideas
Yeah.
on like
And
what we're doing to homeschool. So
yeah.
yeah.
And no one can kind of copy that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's unique to you.
So
And
I
I think
did
like
think of
that's
that when I was using it because I was like, is everyone, what if like all the other mums used um AI for the same exemption because you're putting in the questions and you're
yeah.
crafting it to answer for you. So
Yeah.
all the questions are the same. So I thought that would be the same for same answer.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
it can't because the way you word it or the way you put anything in is going to be
Yes.
completely unique to you. And that's kind
Yes.
of the beauty of it is
Yes. Yeah. You've
um
muted. Oh, there you
I myself. Yeah. Have you used it much for your business?
go. No, but I've just started.
Okay.
Yeah. To help with like a social media content creation schedule.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I reckon it's such a shortcut, like you can like put that in there and it sort of knows about you as well. Like you can even say like, this is my schedule. This is how much time I have. Tell me what I can do in this amount of time. So
Yeah.
well, like it's not the same as going to a course and learning a whole lot of stuff. AI knows a lot of like you've told it a lot about you, so it can actually tailor something perfect for your situation.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah. I
amazing,
use it
man.
all the time.
Yeah. I think I said last week I Googled dates and butter or something. I Googled AI. What's the verb for asking your AI something? Like how we say Googled. What would we say for AI?
Oh,
Don't know.
no.
Oh no, I just closed Facebook. I really hope I didn't close the recording. Oh no. Bother, bother, bother. Oh no, I
You're still
didn't.
recording, so you can put it back up.
Okay. I didn't close it. It's okay.
I'm just going to go off for a sec. My kids just turned
Yeah,
up.
you're all good. Okay, so I was going to transition now anyway into people don't just buy your products or services, they buy it from people they trust. So, AI can create content, but that can't replace your lived experiences, your emotions, your personality. So, if you're building a personal brand, then the next part of this conversation today is you really need to get your story straight. And that's one thing that the mums in our group this week are going to be working on is getting their story straight. So, I am just going to swap cameras because I am not loving this one. So give me a sec, guys. I was doing an experiment and I'm not loving the outcome of my experiment. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, this feels a bit better. I was having a go putting it on my uh, phone, but it was too much. When you do stuff like this, you really do have to just give things a try. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. Like it's all right to give it a try. And I think that's the most important thing to figure out as a mum is like I am going to try and make a business as my side hustle in only a few hours a week. And I'm gonna be okay with not being perfect at it and not being um yeah, I think it's like a continual growing and not feeling like you need to have people's permission to get it wrong, that you actually have permission to get it wrong. So anyway, so this week, the mums who are building their brands in 3 hours a week with me are going to be working on two things. They're going to be working on their About Me, which is a page or a personal story to introduce themselves. And then they're also going to be working on their first piece of content. Now, most of them have already been doing content, but I have some really great templates for them. So I'll be sending that out by email. And yeah, so by the end of the week, they will have started to build a strong online presence. But for those who are watching, I think what the most important thing to chat about today is writing your personal story or like your about you. And I've been thinking I'd love to take what I've written and put it on my website and change my website because I still actually have my counseling website up. And I'm pretty keen to transition that to something mum with a side hustle. You guys are on the journey with me, right? Like, I'm in transition. You get to be part of my transition. There are so many people out there to watch who have made it already or they've got it all together. But yeah, that's not me. I'm in transition. So if you want to come and transition with me, help me transition from my counseling business into my online business. I'd love to have you part of it. Okay, so the reason you would write an about me is like you want this is actually going to be the most visited page of a website. If you have a website, if you have a Facebook page, you're going to want to pin this, pin it on Instagram, pin it on, I don't know if you can pin on YouTube, but pin your story because people want to know who you are. And it's your chance to share your story and build trust with your audience. So you could think about it as, hey, this is me. This is why I do what I do, and this is how I can help you. This is how I'd be a good fit for you. So the things you're going to want to include are your journey. So share your background and what led you to start your side hustle, your why, explain your passion, mission, and the problems you solve for your audience, your values. So highlight key brand values and how they shape your approach, and your personal touch. So include a relatable moment or a challenge you overcame. You're going to want to keep your writing conversational, authentic. You're going to say I or we if you've got a team, and you're going to want to end with some sort of call to action. So, Jade, if you want to jump in at any point, I would love to chat about these with you. But this is sort of what I crafted as I thought about this. So, for example, my hook. And now hooks, I'm learning all about hooks. Hooks are what you say at the beginning, and I've been trying them out at the beginning of these videos. Hooks are what you say at the beginning to draw people in and you've only got a few seconds to catch their attention. And so it's the same with pretty much anything. You want to have a hook. So my hook that I wrote was when I started my side hustle, I struggled to find anyone sharing the real journey. Sound right? Building a business in the thick of motherhood and actually enjoying it. Sound familiar? You're in the right place. So yeah, that is my hook. Um, then you want to be talking about your story. So the journey that you've gone on. How did you start your business? What challenges did you overcome? Like why are you passionate about your work? So this is my story, right? I launched Mum with a Side Hustle because I saw so many mums struggling to keep their side hustles alive while managing family life. With years of experience in counseling and self-development, I felt called to champion mums who need someone in their corner, someone to remind them that they can build a business with joy and without constant stress. I believe that mums with limited time have a secret weapon, the ability to get laser focused on what truly matters. I've seen firsthand how the right mindset and system can make successful feel not only possible, but joyful. So that was my story. Um, that was the challenges I overcame and like why I'm passionate about this work. And then you're going to want to bring in your mission. So why you're doing what you're doing. Jade, if you're tracking with us, I would love to hear some thoughts from you. Um, if you're not like looking after your girls. Okay, so your mission. So what problems do you solve for your audience? What makes your approach different? Because there's a lot of mums doing business. Sometimes I look at what's out there and I'm like, why me? Why would someone want to go with me? But I just shut that idea down straight away. And you need to shut that idea down straight away if it comes to you about your business, because there is nobody else like you, and you are going to attract an audience that is completely unique to you. And so, yeah, that thinking is not going to help. Anyway, so my mission is I believe every mum deserves to have a business that brings joy, not burnout. Through my course, and haven't got a course yet, but I'm working on one. I think it might be called Women Who Rise. I empower mums with mindsets and systems so their side hustle is a source of joy rather than stress. So that's my mission. I want to empower mums. I want us to be doing our business in a way that brings joy. I don't want it to be stressing us out because we've already got enough things going on in our world. We do not need any more stress. So that's my mission. And then the last thing you're going to want to add is a call to action. So for example, you want them to connect with you. I wrote this and it's still in process because I haven't like figured out all of my offer yet. But let's build something amazing together. Subscribe on YouTube or join our Facebook community, connect with other mums working hard to rise together. And if you're ready to take the next step, check out my e-course designed to help you grow your side hustle with joy and confidence. So yeah, that is kind of what I've put out there. And that's what I'm thinking about as my About Me story. And I can't wait to hear some of yours. And that would make a really good post as well if you didn't kind of get the idea. Like if you wrote something like this, you could post it on your social media accounts and pin it, which I did kind of already say. But yeah, this is a really, really important video, blog, post, page on your website. And like websites aren't actually that big a deal. Like there's lots of ways you can just have like one pages or something really, really simple. So yeah, get you out there and I think as you craft a story like this about yourself, you actually start to gain confidence about your brand and who you are and what you have to offer. Like the more you have to think through, like what's my mission? Who do I serve? What's unique about my product? I find every time you come up with an answer, you are pushing through another barrier. That question about what is your unique value proposition. Sometimes I know that I found that hard to write because I'm not sure I've not been sure always if what is unique about what I have to offer is valuable. But I'm here and I'm showing up, and that's more than a lot of people are doing. Like you think the world is crowded by all this stuff, but it's actually not. There's only a small percent of people who are actually making content. I heard this statistic this week and I put it in my post, but there are like billions, 4 billion something users of YouTube, and only 1%, I think it is, are posting weekly or regularly, and so there's actually space for you. There's actually space for you to bring what you have to offer to the world. Preach it to myself. There's space for you, Alicia. Like who you are and what you have to offer is really, really important. And you need to turn up, you need to show up, and you need to offer it to people. And yeah, writing your story is going to do that. Cool. So when you're finished, you want to run it past some people. I was hoping to run it past my people today, but I will run it past them another time. Is it personable and relatable? Does it clearly explain your mission and values? And does it invite your audience to engage with you? So if there's time, get someone to help you read over that. And this is how you can use, Chat GPT or AI tools to help you with these things. Help me write an about me page on my website. That's all you have to ask it. Help me write a hook. How do you write a hook? What makes a good hook? You could spend hours, and I have spent a long time like Googling how to write a hook and trying to find a course and do all that stuff. Well, AI will do that for you in just a few seconds. You'll probably get more value out of a person teaching you, and because you can ask questions or you can do a course. But, for the purposes of what you're trying to achieve in a short period of time, like please, like each of these statements that I wrote, I put them back into my AI tool and I asked it to give me feedback. And it changed the tone of some of the words that I used. It rephrased stuff where it said it was too wordy. I mean, that's like a personal assistant right there. I used to do that for my boss. Like I was a personal assistant and I used to get her raw material and make it into a newsletter or a web page. I would do that for her. And now, like, half that work is done. Like, I would just now be putting it in AI and getting it done. So, yeah, it's amazing. And this is the way you can use it. This is the way you can make it powerful. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to share today. And I would love to hear in the comments, do you have a about me page? Do you know how to write a hook? Have you thought about what your journey's been, what your mission is, what your call to action is? Why don't you like put that in the chat if that's something that you're like, I actually want to have one of those. But before we wrap up, I want to remind us, like I do every week, that we're a community of women who use the season of motherhood to fuel creativity and find innovative ways of generating income. We are women who rise despite the barriers, despite the setbacks. We push forward when others give up because we know that our dreams, our families, and our futures are worth it. So, as you step into the rest of your week, remember you are capable, you are resilient, and you are not alone on your journey. These mums here and Mum with a Side Hustle are with you. Please keep showing up, keep believing in yourself, and I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place. Did you have anything to add, Jade? No, you just wanted to wave goodbye. Okay, we'll catch up soon. We'll message. Okay. Bye, everyone.